BC's thriving forest sector creates 140,000 jobs across the province. Our strong foundation in both harvesting and primary manufacturing supports a variety of small and medium-sized value-added businesses. We met with two local cedar remanufacturers, PowerWood Corp and Canadian Bavarian, who make specialized BC wood products for export markets around the world.
PowerWood is a secondary manufacturer of western red and yellow cedar products. We purchase lumber off sawmills, and then we dry it, we sort it to different markets, and we manufacture it into products that are going to go into finished projects around the world. So we're an international distributor, so we sell throughout Europe, the United States, Asia, and Canada.
Canadian Bavarian started in the early 80s as a cabinetry and window kitchen manufacturing company, which in the early 90s changed somewhat to more remanufacturing focused. We primarily work with western red cedar, yellow cedar, Douglas fir, and those are woods that we actually cut in raw log form for our internal purposes. We're located, ideally located for premium logs that are harvested here on Vancouver Island, and I'd say probably 80 to 90% of the materials that we remanufacture here and cut here are actually island logged.
Our product range is heavier to the high end of western red cedar and the high end of yellow cedar. So it's a lot of paneling for high-end applications as like a feature wall or siding on a higher-end home. So western red and yellow cedar are almost exclusively produced in British Columbia. So we have a bit of an advantage over the market in our access to it.
Canadian Bavarian is quite vertically integrated, which makes us pretty unique in the market in that we buy logs and then we process the logs all the way to a final product. So in there we're cutting the logs, we're grading the logs, we're drying the lumber, and we're processing the lumber into a final end user product.
So the reason we feel that our side of the business is important to the BC economy is that for the amount of fiber that comes through our plant, we employ a ton of people. Per board foot, it's hard to find a lot of companies that have as many people working to do as little production. That piece of wood that isn't a lot of volume, it's not a lot of trees, but it extracts a lot of value and a lot of employment. And that's really what our end of the business is focused on, is trying to get as much value for that piece of wood as we can.
PowerWood Corp and Canadian Bavarian, two local value-added companies that are part of our robust and sustainable forest sector.